Okay, I'm back again with another review. Man, I swear this has been a long weekend of wrestling. But, I did say I was going to come back with a Takeover Cardiff Wales review, UK Takeover. So, I decided to do it. I wanted to watch the show just to see. To be honest, I just kind of wanted to debate to see what was the best thing out of this entire weekend of wrestling in general. And I want to talk about the Takeover show today. Now, I don't watch NXT UK like that in general. Have I reviewed the Takeover of UK before back in January when they were in Blackpool? Yes, I did. Did I know what was going on a little at the time? Somewhat. Do I really know what's going on this time? A little in some ways, because there are things I don't even know all the way about Takeover UK. I am reviewing this show. I said before that it was like, what, 3 wrestling shows on Saturday, and I knew it was going to be somewhat of a tough time keeping up with all of them in general. Now, I do know why Takeover really was on Saturday on the 31st, because I said it before, that and NJPW were on the same fucking day, so I kind of knew what was going on and All Out, so it's not like, it's kind of like WWE kind of knew what they were doing when putting this on the same day as other shows, especially in the same, well, at least in some country, if I'm not mistaken, especially if New Japan was doing a show in the UK that day anyways, a little bit earlier, but they still did a show on the same day. Now, I did watch the I did watch the NJPW and the Royal Quest show first, because that did come on first. I know Takeover was at the same time, but I said I was going to catch Takeover the next day on Sunday, which I did, but I guess I was still tired from All Out the night before, so I kind of finished the show, the last 2 matches today. Now, there are things I do know and don't know what's going on. Hell, I didn't even know Alexander Wolf was on the damn show, okay? He's probably that whole Imperium thing with Walter and what's the other name? I forget the one guy's name. Bartell. I know that Fabian Aichner dude from the regular NXT. So I guess they're all a group now, because I didn't even know Alexander Wolf was still there since they killed Sanity that long ago. But yeah, there's some things I really don't know about all of the UK show, but judging what I've seen from here, was it some good matches? Yes, it was. Very great matches, to be honest. What was they at the Motor Point Arena? It was a really good crowd. Very great crowd. I will say one thing about UK fans, just in general. I've said it before. Those guys will chant anything. I can't even tell what they're chanting half the time or singing half the time. It's a lot of it, so you're gonna see a lot of that in a lot of these matches. So if I don't know all of them, I'll know some chants, but I did not know every chant that was being said on this show. Okay, but Vic Joseph and Nigel McGuinness was on commentary. We kicked it off with Noam Dar versus Travis Banks. I thought this was a good opener. Now I do know Noam Dar from 205. I don't know if he's really still on 205 because I don't really watch that show either, but judging what I saw between him and Travis Banks out there, I thought they had a really good opener. Dar came back with that, I forget that kick he does. I know it's like a shining wizard to the head, and he beat Travis Banks. But it was actually a good opener for like the first about good 20-15 minutes out there. It was very enjoyable, I will say that. So they start the crowd off hot to get everybody into the show. So I did enjoy this match, and everybody was into it. It was really good for an opener. I will say that. It's not, I don't know if it was any other story behind it, but they just put out a very good barn burner. I will say that. We then went next to Cesaro, who was going to be on this show. As he said before, he would be on this UK Takeover. A lot of people assumed he was going to go against Pete Dunne, but that did not happen. So he went against, I really don't know who this is, Ilja Dragunov. I don't know nothing about him, but they put on one hell of a match out there. I will say that. People thought I probably would have wanted to see Pete Dunne, but since I did not know who this guy was, I figured Cesaro was going to go over in general. Wow, man, those elbows. I gotta give it to this Dragunov good guy too. I don't know much about him, but him and Cesaro, they put on a hell of a match. I did love the 40 swings. That was fucking crazy. But I kind of like near the end, because Dragunov had tried to come back. He went for a senton. Cesaro hit him with a big running uppercut that looked deadly, and then hit him with a pop-up uppercut, pretty much ending with the neutralizer in for the win. So this was a great match. I don't remember every spot that happened, but they put on some real good shit on here, and Cesaro came back into the ring. He squatted. He looked like he was about to go for another uppercut, but he kind of ran up a little, faked it, and gave Dragunov like a handshake and hugged him, you know, showing respect before he left the ring. And I'm kind of like what my friend said, you might as well just send Cesaro over there to the UK takeover, because we know nothing's not happening good with him on the main roster. The guy can put on great matches, but we all know he's mostly going to lose on there, or they just don't know what they're doing with him on the show in general, because you barely see Cesaro, and if he's there, he's probably jobbing to somebody. I thought him and Cedric put on a great match last Monday, but I kind of knew he was going to lose. Kind of same with Joe and the King of the Ring thing. So, yeah, some people said just keep him over and send Cassius on 02. Send him down there to the UK takeover. Reform the Kings of Wrestling and act like this is ROH again. And just, I don't know, kill the tag division on there if they want. Because at least Cesaro was in his element here. And you knew you was going to see something great from him. I'm sure people wish they would see that from the main roster. But like I said, they don't know what to do with him on there. Because, like I said, I don't know what happened to Sheamus, to be honest. I don't know if that has to do with that spine back thing, because the bar just kind of disappeared from out of nowhere for a second, and I guess they got, like I said, they got Cesaro back as a single star again. But seeing him on this show, this was great. I don't, like I said, I'm sure people thought it was going to be Pete Dunne, but just watching this match with Dragunov here, it wasn't a squash match, anything. It was back and forth, and it was really good, and I would say watch it if you want to see it. So that was good. They also showed Adrian Street in the crowd. I was wondering why WWE Network was promoting him a lot. I guess they have a documentary about him up right now. So I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet about exotic Adrian Street lately. I may check that out just to know more, because I've been seeing a lot of videos pop up about him lately. Next was a triple threat tag title match. Champions Zach Gibson and James Drake versus Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, that Mad Mod gimmick he's got, or Austin Powers or whatever, versus I think they're from that stable Galliant, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang. Andrews and Webster pretty much being the hometown face team, I guess because of Welsh, if I'm not mistaken. This was a great tag match. This was very crazy out here. One thing I did like about Andrews and Webster there, they did like an electric chair. No, it's not an electric chair. Well, I think Coffey was going for an electric chair, but Andrews came back like with a big knee, and Webster flipped it over into a reverse Hurrah Rana that looked very deadly out there. Pretty much in stereo, double, kind of like Suicide Dives out of the ring. A 450 by I think James Ray did a 450 on freaking. I'm trying to remember what he did. Yeah, for like for a big near fall out there. I will say Galliant didn't really get that big reaction when they even came out there. I will say that. But you know, they're the heels and everything. But I'm trying to remember what else happened in this tag match. Andrews Webster pretty much had a big, they had like a damn near one, you know how everybody just goes back and forth with the punches and stuff, like a brawl in the ring with all three teams at one point. Pretty much Andrews did, I know I'm saying a lot, Andrews did a double Slumdog Millionaire on both champions. Webster hit a 450 on Drake. He had the pin, but Gibson pulled the referee out of the ring. Gibson, Drake pretty much did the ticket to Mayhem on Webster, their tag team finish. Drake had, after they did the finish, though, Drake had pretty much told, I think, was it Gibson? Well, Gibson told Drake to do a suicide dive, taking out Galliant or Gallus, I think it is. I may be getting that stale name wrong. But they hit a suicide dive on both of them. But when Gibson went back for the pin, Mark Andrews did a shooting star press from the top rope on Gibson's back, pretty much flipping him over and throwing Webster on top of him, pretty much to become the new NXT UK Tag Champion. So, very great match out there. Like I said, the takeover matches were very great on the UK show, and this was this was great, man. Go back and watch this triple threat tag. I didn't even really know who was gonna win at one point, but the hometown team won. Yeah, Andrews and Webster. So now they are the new tag team champions. Like I said, they pinned well, yeah, they pinned the champions for the win. So that was a great match to watch. Next was Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey in a last man standing match. Right off the bat, Mastiff throws Coffey into the turnbuckle. The ring breaks. The whole top turnbuckle fell. just fell off. Like it was nothing at one point. Next thing you know, they're using a cricket bat and a kendo stick, hitting each other across the bat with it at one point. There was some tables set up in ringside. Coffee did like this spear on Mastiff, pretty much knocking him into the table, and then Mastiff threw Coffee to the table, doing a running senton on him that looked crazy. Both guys brawled into the crowd at one point. Pretty much, like, both got chairs, right? I thought it was a cannonball. He didn't. I had a senton with a cannonball into that table, but they got chairs, right? They're in the crowd, and it's almost like they're jousting at one point. They both charge into each other, pretty much knocking each other on the ground after they slammed each other with chairs. Like it was like just like running, like see who was gonna be the last man standing. Much. Both men got up before the 10 count. They fall all the way to the announce table. Then they were somewhere onto the top of the, well, not the top of the announce table, but the platform behind it. They pretty much landed, both men fell to the ground and landing on some tables there, off of the platform. Pretty much if both guys had tried to get up, Mastiff was using the production crates to get up, but Coffee kicked one of them. Mastiff was on, knocking him to the ground. Pretty much he beat the 10 count, so Coffee was the last man standing because he kicked the production crate, knocking Mastiff off at the last second. So Coffee did pick up the win. I'm assuming it's going to be a rematch with these guys, but two big giants beating the shit out of each other was a fun thing to watch. So I thought it was a good match out there, this last man standing. But a great brawl. Both guys just using weapons, crashing the tables, going through the crowd, just destroying each other whatever way they can. So that was something I did enjoy in this match. Good brawl out there between both. So Coffee picking up the win. Could be a rematch between these two later on. 9 times out of 10 most likely. So expect to see that. We then went to the women's match. The UK women's title. The NXT UK women's title, I should say. Toni Storm versus Kaylee Ray. Like I said, other than the video package, that's all I'm really going to know how this match was even going. But both women did good out there. I thought this was a good match. Especially when Storm kind of went for Storm 0 and only got a 2 count at one point. Which, Kaylee Ray was able to get out of the ring then and pretty much got installed for a second. Because they got in the top ropes. Storm did like a running German suplex pretty much on Kaylee Ray while she was on the middle rope, taking her down for a 2 count. Kaylee Ray pretty much knocked Storm with a knee to the outside of the ring. Ray did this flip then, which almost looked like she landed on her head. I don't know if she was going for like a cannonball or a senton, but if you see her do like the front flip, it looked like the girl's head landed on the ground at one point. It looked very, very botchy, I will say that. Like, luckily she was okay. She got back up right after, but I swear if you go back and look at the replay, it looked like that girl landed on her head. But both women that got back into the, they were able to get back into the ring. Ray pretty much set her up for the gory bomb, knocked her into the ropes, and she hit a gory bomb onto the ropes, and then did the gory bomb finisher again. I don't know who just got a phone call right now, but we're gonna take a second right here. Hold up. Hello. Obviously, that was some bullshit cruise trying to call for me, but yes, as I said though, she did the gory bomb special for the win. So yeah, she did the gory bomb special for the win, pretty much becoming the new NXT UK Women's Champion. So I thought it was a good match. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was pretty good. I almost kind of thought Toni Storm was going to go over. But does this mean now, did she drop the UK title so she will go to the main roster now? Because we've seen this now with, pretty much 2 UK people that, Pete Dunne and Rhea Ripley are now on, I don't know if that's official, but they are currently on the regular NXT show as we speak. And now with Toni Storm, dropping that title, will she be on the regular show? Because, NXT may start to load up on people now since they're going to be on Wednesday nights in the next few weeks being live. And we know the whole Wednesday night war with AEW is coming. So, would that be a reason if we see Toni Storm show up on the main roster? Or will we get a rematch between her and Kaylee Ray for the NXT UK title? I'm not really sure, but we will see. Because Toni Storm has had that title since, January when she won it? So, I don't know how her whole run, like I said, I don't know everything on the UK show. but I'm just gonna assume that. So we'll see what happens from that point in time. But yeah, we got two new champions tonight. And then we get to the last match of the night: Walter versus Tyler Bate for the NXT title. Holy shit, this match was insane. There is just, these guys put on a killer match. This was fantastic. And I recommend anybody, if you don't watch this whole show, go watch this damn match, because this is a war. This was a fucking war, and these guys put on some good stuff out here, okay? You think the chants are crazy from, you know, fuck you, Walter, let's go, Tyler, or, I don't know, Walter's a wanker. That was pretty funny. I did laugh at that. The only thing I thought was kind of weird was when they, you know how they do that thing with Bailey when they say, hey, hey, Bailey, ooh, ha, I want to know if you be my girl. But it's like they did Tyler Bate, and they said, if you'll be my boy, which I kind of was starting like, but okay, what we going with here, okay? It's kind of odd to me, but, yeah, the crowd was fantastic. This match was, insane, because they start seeing for Tyler Bate at the beginning. Bate pretty much dodging Walter's move, going for a suicide dive at one point out there. Walter doing those power bombs, like if you've seen the video package, he was power bomb on the post. One of the trainers was checking on Tyler Bate, but he was able to get back up then. Somehow this guy is just picking up Walter. He picked him up several times during this match, but it's like he couldn't get him at first, but Bate pretty much hit him with a exploder suplex that looked deadly off the apron of the ring onto Walter, picking him up. That looked insane. Bate was pretty much coming back against Walter, someone getting some offense this time. But when he did that, he did like that, what was it, that flying elbow he does, yeah, that flying elbow he does, and Walter just smacks the guy down like a fly swatter. Like, getting slapped by Walter is just like, it looks deadly, okay? Especially you getting hit in midair and he knocks you to the freaking ground. Walter kind of came back with a Boston Crab, pretty much with a chin locked in. Bate had got to the ropes at one point. One thing I did like was Walter tried to go for a suplex, but he could not get it. Bate had pretty much kind of got him up for like the, what was it, the reverse roll-up thing he does, but was able to pull him back up, twist him back around, and didn't hit him with a, like a tiger driver for a big near fall. He got another suplex on him, which I'm wondering how he's doing these freaking suplexes on him. Bate trying to hit him with several clotheslines, but Walter taking him down with strikes, especially those chops to the chest that look deadly. Bate had like a standing shooting star then, and once again he tried to go for the tiger driver. It did not work. Bate still kept trying to hook his arm, but Walter flipped him again out there, and then he kind of went for a power bomb, but Bates got him back with a sunset driver then, another near fall. What else did he do? Bate got to the top rope. Walter pretty much went to the apron then. After that, Bate pretty much kind of jumped on him then and tried to chop him, but Walter threw chops back at him again. Bate was still standing tall and headbutting him, which, like, the guy was just somewhat still standing after that. But Bate once again got him with another freaking suplex, but Walter knocked him down to stop that. Bate pretty much said no, he was still going in because Walter still kept chopping the crap out of him. But Bate struck him in the face then before he can get one more chop on him. Walter pretty much was somewhat on his knee then. Bate still pretty much focused on him, knocking, pretty much trying to get him to the ground one way or another. I know that. Walter tried to go back for a power bomb. Bate, somehow, some way, this guy did a freaking airplane spin on him. Don't know how he did it, but he did an airplane spin on him, spinning him until Walter actually grabbed the ropes, tried to go to the top rope. Bate kicked him in the leg. Next thing you know, the guy puts him in the torture rack, hits him with a burning hammer. A fucking burning hammer in the middle of the ring. Still a kick out. Fans chant fight forever. This match is going insane. And, like, he tried to go for a DDT. Now, I'm just wondering how he's picking him up this many times at this point in the match. But, it just looked insane. Bate pretty much, you know, he somewhat got him with a deadlift German suplex. God, I don't know how he got that. Got him with another tiger driver. Hit a corkscrew moonsault. Still kicks out. Bate still punching Walter and everything. Trying to do something. Walter pretty much came back with strikes, put him in a chokehold then. But Bate was able to get out of the hold then. Walter pretty much got him back into it. Because he kept putting him in that sleeper. But Bate pretty much got him to the apron then. Walter hit him with a sleeper suplex on the apron that looked deadly. He pretty much threw Bate back into the ring. Hit him with the big splash. But Bate was able to kick out. Walter suplexed him again, another 2 count, and he's just still hitting Bate several times until he powerbombed him, but Bate kicked out of 1. Bate pretty much showing that he could still get up as Walter was shocked. I gotta say, these guys were like, this is like, if you laying in fucking chop and strikes and I can see the sweat fall off your ass, then that's how you know you laying shit in it, because that's shit New Japan be doing too. But Bate pretty much was still alive out there. Walter was shocked. And as he tried, like, not give up, Walter hit him with 1 big clothesline to get him for a clean pin. As Walter pretty much walked back to the entrance where Imperial was there. Next thing you know, his tag team partner, Trent Seven of Mustache Mountain and Pete Dunne came out. Fans chanting British strong style since they were the originators, the pillars to UK NXT that started this, as they all hugged and everything went off the air. Other than that, this was a 3-hour show. This is worth the watch, I will say that. These guys went damn near over 40 minutes, so I will say one thing. This is one main event to go back and watch, okay? Like I said, I know this was on Saturday, and there were 2 big UK matches, okay? Because I'm seeing now a lot of debates between who had the best UK main event between Suzuki and Okada, and now Bate and Walter right here. Now, I'm going to be honest. This is a hard one to pick, because both of those matches were great. I recommend going back and look at both of those main events in general. You will not waste your time watching that. But I'm a little undecided right now between this. But hey man, y'all decide who you like more, okay? Because this shit was top notch, okay? That was great. So this was a very fun takeover to watch in general. I'm kind of like my friend though that said there was a lot of these preliminary matches on there in the beginning, but they still went out there and they put on some good shit though, alright? But this was a 3-hour show and it was still fun to watch. Like I said, I didn't watch it till later, but with all the wrestling going on this weekend, I'm surprised I'm getting all these reviews in general from All Out, and I was at All Out, okay? So you already know my review on that, so go check it out. Also with the Royal Quest show, which I did watch that on Saturday too. I do have a review about that up also too. It was a lot of bad audio issues. I know it's not that long review, but I still got it done in general. And now I'm reviewing this not Royal Quest, but this NXT UK Takeover Cardiff show, which once again, this was still a fun show to watch. I know I don't know everybody on here and everything, but it was still fun. They still put on some great matches, and hey man, go watch the main event. If you don't watch nothing else, watch the damn main event. Watch the tag match. I thought that was great. And even Cesaro and that Durganov guy was really fun to watch too. So they did tear the house down. I will give it that. I know what their plan was when they booked this on Saturday the 31st. I kind of know, and I'm sure a lot of people know what they were doing when they were planning it, but or maybe they already had the event already booked that day. I don't know. But then again, I heard about WWE sending spies to New Japan because they thought they weren't going to sell out the copper box or whatnot. But, like I said, that could be true, and I did read reports about that. But overall, they still put on a very fun show in general. So, other than that, yeah, I got to say, man, it's been a very long weekend of wrestling for Labor Day weekend. Somehow I've been able to get all these reviews up in general and stuff. I just feel like Saturday was probably the hardest day because I had to watch 2 shows that day, one being before I left and one of me being there. Did I go back and kind of watch it all out? Maybe I'll check out highlights. I'm not gonna go rewatch the entire show. I just want to see how commentary went and how it came across different on TV and everything. So I will do that. But let me ask you this question: what was the best show out of Saturday though? Out of this entire weekend, what show did you enjoy the most? Did you enjoy NJPW Royal Quest? Did you enjoy All Out? Or did you enjoy NXT Takeover Cardiff? What was the best show to you this weekend? Cause I had fun watching all 3. If I had to say what was the best show though? And that's debatable. I could just go out and say All Out. Cause I was there. But maybe I would say All Out, but looking in hindsight on it, I thought it was a good show all out. I noticed some things that still need to be fixed, but, you know, I still thought that was a good show, in general. If I'm going to look at an analytic perspective of it, there's still things they need to fix, but overall, it was still a fun show. But, you know, I will say also, Takeover and Royal Quest was almost some neck and neck stuff right there. So, yeah, man, it's a little bit of a tough debate when you seeing 3 shows in one day almost. You know, I waited till Takeover till today, but you know, this is a very tough debate. So, what do you think about that, though? Tell me what you think. But other than that, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think about Takeover Cardiff in general. What else? Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Check out my review for All Out. Check out my review for Royal Quest. Check out this review to Cardiff also. So check out all 3 reviews. But other than that, somehow I've been able to watch all 3 of these shows this weekend. But other than that, I'm done. Out here. Peace.